and just mess around with these pens. Just mess around with them. So I'm making this on Monday, the 29th of December. Monday, the 29th of December. I'm recovering, still recovering. Still recovering from the Christmas festivities. The Christmas festivities. I spent most of Christmas Day in the kitchen cooking Christmas dinner. It's always it's like a military operation. You can't just start a Christmas feast with no preparation. It starts days, weeks before the actual day, and then it starts. Tick tock. The ticky tock of the clock. I'm just gonna sit down here. I'm just gonna sit down right here. And so the night before Christmas Eve was an uneventful one. It was quiet. I spent it, reading up on how long is correct to cook a turkey, because despite the fact that I cook it every year, I am extremely overcautious on how long that turkey needs to be cooked. I'm insanely overcautious and insanely overconscious. Just need to make sure. And then I put the turkey in the oven for the next day, because that turkey, it's a big bird. It's a big bird. It's not a case of put this in the oven at 10 and it'll be done by 2. No. People need to eat. And I'm not the family that are the kind of people who like to eat past 6 p.m. I kept seeing on social media that day people complaining about people who eat before 6 p.m. I didn't realize people ate after 6 p.m. on Christmas Day. I don't know. Seems like a lot of food to eat really late. It could just be me. It could just be me, of course. It really could just be me. But eventually it was done. And then eaten. All that work for 10 minutes to be consumed within 10 minutes. 10 minutes. So many hours, so many days, so many weeks of preparation. I spent my time as a captive. Being held captive in the kitchen. Forced. Not by gunpoint or knife point, but by familial bonds. To eat, no, not eat, make, prepare a Christmas dinner. I spent it passing the time to make it a little bit more enjoyable for myself, listening to football podcasts on YouTube. I know. An odd interval where I had to stop and argue with my younger brother because the presenter of the podcast was Scottish, and my brother was certain that he definitely was not Scottish. He was English, and my brother knows because he's been to Scotland, which surely must be news for this fella because he's definitely Scottish. So that was a weird 10 minutes. Weird. This year was different. It wasn't such a big family Christmas as it usually is. My nephew didn't spend Christmas with us. He went to the Netherlands to spend it with his mother's family, which was nice for him. But it meant it was a little bit more quiet and a little bit more subdued. But I must admit that it wasn't a horrid one. It was just quiet, and possibly contributed to the feeling that it wasn't really Christmas at all. And nighttime came. Oh, and I gotta tell you, I could not wait for bed. I could not wait for bedtime. I've recently become interested in fan videos on TikTok for a certain TV pair. Now in the UK, at Christmas time, it is the time the soaps run amok. They seem to be on air for about 15 hours of Christmas specials, which is basically 15 hours of doom and gloom, and I don't watch that because I don't have time for doom and gloom. I have enough of my own, But I watch the clips on TikTok or YouTube or X, wherever they may be. It's not so bad. Bite-sized is okay. course, Christmas time means the annual event on social media, YouTube, TikTok, wherever family channels are. It's always family channels where they use their children for clickbait. If you want an account on social media to be successful, you must have a child, and you can use that child for content. No, I'm not advising you do that. I'm being very cynical and sarcastic. I hope this turns out as good as it looks. I'm really liking the sounds. This is why I'm doing this with this little hand, because I like the sounds. I did a little short of this the other day, and I really, really liked it. Just liked the sounds, the hand moving through and on top of the pens. It was nice. It was nice. Oh, now, brown cow. Okay. And then, you have the next day, Boxing Day, if you are British, which usually used to have football on. Oh, lots of football games. Oh, something to look forward to. That little reward at the end of Christmas Day, all that work, all that strife and trouble and family dramas, nosy family members. Why aren't you married yet? Why don't you have a girlfriend yet? Where's your husband? Shut up. That the football was what made it. The football was what made it all worthwhile. Sit down for a couple of hours, then watch the ball get kicked around the pitch. It was fun and joyful. Of course, this year, not so. Not so. There was only one. And that's because Boxing Day fell on a Friday. That noise is the boiler. And is it annoying me? Oh, yes. Oh, you can be sure that it is. I did a Halloween short once at Christmas time. Yes, I did a Halloween short at Christmas. I did a Halloween short at Halloween. And it actually did sound really good in the background. There's nothing I can do about it, sadly. Nothing I can do about it.
At this point, the majority of people have already switched off.
the end of the video. And until next time. See ya.